My dear students, welcome back to our channel. Students, in this video I am explaining MBA first semester. Subject Management and Organizational Behavior. Important case study questions and answers. Let's start quick revision. First important case study is Professor Ashish is aged around 55 years and is one of the senior-most faculty members in a commerce degree college in Hyderabad. He is very punctual in conducting classes and delivering lectures. He dictates notes to the students. By and large, he prefers to stick to old-fashioned teaching methodologies. He believes that old is gold. He has a difference of opinion with one junior faculty member who is newly joined in the college. Professor Ashish is not happy about him, as the new faculty frequently uses PowerPoint slides to deliver lectures. The new junior faculty uses social media to share notes, study materials, etc., and is also well versed in handling online classes, scheduling some virtual classes during holidays too. Professor Ashish terms it as a fad and compromised teaching. The college management is also insisting that Professor Ashish acquaint himself with new technology and apply it. Professor Ashish is not very happy with the developments. He remains under stress and has started taking leaves frequently for some or the other reasons. He is seriously thinking of taking voluntary retirement. Questions. I. Explain the nature of stress faced by Professor Ashish. Should he take early retirement? Justify your answer. 2. Suggest some measures to the management to deal with Professor Ashish and reduce his stress. 1. Explain the nature of stress faced by Professor Ashish. Should he take early retirement? Justify your answer. I. Nature of stress faced by Professor Ashish. Professor Ashish is experiencing multiple types of stress related to his work. 1. Technological resistance stress. Professor Ashish is used to traditional methods of teaching, like dictating notes, and believes that these methods are the best. He sees the use of technology, like PowerPoint slides and online classes, as unnecessary and disruptive. This causes him mental stress because he feels forced to change his teaching style. 2. Role conflict stress. The college management is encouraging Professor Ashish to learn and use new technologies in his teaching. However, he feels this conflicts with his long-established teaching approach. This role conflict creates stress as he feels torn between adapting to the expectations of the college and staying true to his own teaching beliefs. 3. Work pressure stress. The pressure from the management to change, combined with his disagreement with the junior faculty member, makes him feel overwhelmed. This leads to work-related stress, which affects his performance and emotional well-being. 4. Physical stress. Due to the mental and emotional strain, Professor Ashish has started taking frequent leaves, showing that his stress is also affecting his physical health. This could be a sign of burnout. Should Professor Ashish take early retirement? No, Professor Ashish should not take early retirement at this stage. Instead of escaping the situation through retirement, he can use this opportunity to grow. His experience in teaching is valuable, and he could learn to combine traditional methods with new technology, making his teaching more effective. Early retirement could bring feelings of regret or loss, and he may miss the chance to adapt and improve. It's better for him to work on reducing stress and gradually adjust to the changes with proper support. 2. Suggest some measures to the management to deal with Professor Ashish and reduce his stress. 2. Measures to the management to reduce Professor Ashish's stress. The management can take the following steps to help Professor Ashish adapt and reduce his stress. 1. Offer training and support. provide personalized training to Professor Ashish on how to use technology in teaching. The management can organize workshops where he can learn to use tools like PowerPoint, online platforms, and social media in a way that suits his style. This can help him feel more comfortable and confident. 2. Gradual transition to technology. Instead of pushing for immediate change, the management can introduce technology slowly. For example, they can encourage Professor Ashish to use PowerPoint for one class per week initially and increase it as he becomes more comfortable. 3. Foster collaboration. Create an environment where Professor Ashish can collaborate with the junior faculty member who is skilled in technology. Working together, they can blend traditional and modern teaching methods, creating a more dynamic classroom experience. 4. Address employee concerns. The management should also address the concerns of the students and faculty in Professor Ashish's department, such as underutilization. Ensuring that staff feel engaged and secure in their roles can help reduce overall stress in the department. By offering training, support, and a gradual transition, the management can help Professor Ashish adapt without overwhelming him, reducing his stress while enhancing his teaching methods. Next important case study is Case Study 2. Pramod and Vinod are brothers that manage two different departments for the family business named PV Technologies. Pramod is the newly appointed head of the technology department and is having issues with his brother Vinod. Vinod is the manager of product engineering. Pramod's problem is that Vinod is taking staff from his department and moving them into his own without prior approval rather than sourcing them from elsewhere. On the other hand, Vinod feels that he is doing the right thing by taking staff from Pramod's overstaffed department. Pramod does not agree that his department is overstaffed and feels that they would be useful in the near future. He feels that his brother is interfering in his work, while Vinod believes that his brother can manage with a lesser number of workers. The situation became compounded by the fact that most of the people who work under Pramod are asking to be transferred because they feel underutilized and are dissatisfied due to boredom and insecurity. Furthermore, there is a perception that an oversupply of workers exists, which is anticipated may lead to staff cuts and has not been addressed by Pramod. These employee concerns are making it easier for Pramod to grab them and have them shift departments. The brothers have very different personalities, and it shows in how they conduct day-to-day business at work. Vinod is very assertive and ambitious, with great interpersonal skills. He is very confident in his abilities as a manager and sees Pramod as being incompetent. Pramod, on the other hand, comes out as a reserved, private person who does not work well with big teams of people and finds it difficult to relate to others. The brothers confronted one day in front of their director rather than settling the differences. They accused each other without offering any meaningful opinion on how they might come to an agreeable solution. Akhil, the company director, has to help resolve the conflict between the two managers after they bitterly confront each other in his presence. Apart from Pramod and Vinod's viewpoints, the director also has to consider the opinion of a staff member named Kumar who was recently replaced by Pramod. Kumar's opinion about the conflict is important since he is the lab manager who was recently replaced by Pramod. Kumar has the same problems with Vinod that Pramod is currently experiencing, but he was able to take care of them without directly confronting Vinod. Questions. I. Explain any 3 issues from the case that are considered sources of conflict for the parties involved. 2. Identify 2 conflict management styles that are evident in the case. Are they effective? 3. Justify what would have been the best conflict management style that could have been used to deal with the problem between Pramod and Vinod. 1. Explain any 3 issues from the case that are considered sources of conflict for the parties involved. 3 issues that are sources of conflict. 1. Staff allocation and movement. Pramod is upset because Vinod is taking staff from his department without prior approval. This creates a power imbalance, as Pramod feels undermined in his role as the head of the technology department. On the other hand, Vinod believes it is acceptable to move staff since Pramod's department is overstaffed, which causes frustration between the two brothers. 2. Perceived overstaffing and underutilization. Pramod believes his department is not overstaffed and that the employees are essential for future projects. However, his staff feels underutilized, leading to boredom and insecurity. This dissatisfaction among employees makes it easier for Vinod to take them for his department, further intensifying the conflict between the brothers. 3. Personal differences and leadership styles. Pramod and Vinod have very different personalities and management styles. Vinod is assertive, ambitious, and good with people, while Pramod is reserved and struggles with large teams. These differences create tension, as they affect how they communicate and manage their departments. This personal disconnect also adds to their ongoing conflict. 2. Identify 2 conflict management styles that are evident in the case. Are they effective? 2 conflict management styles in the case. 1. Avoiding style. Pramod seems to prefer avoiding direct confrontation about the issue, and instead, he becomes passive about addressing the real problem, hoping it will resolve itself. For example, Pramod has not directly confronted Vinod about the staff movements and has not addressed the concerns of his employees regarding underutilization. This avoidance style has led to unresolved tensions and communication breakdown. 2. Competing style. Vinod uses a competing conflict management style where he is assertive and uncooperative. He believes that taking staff from Pramod's department is the right approach, and he is confident in his ability to manage the situation. Vinod's behavior shows a focus on his own goals, disregarding Pramod's perspective and department's needs. Effectiveness of these styles. The avoiding style is not effective because it fails to address the root cause of the conflict, allowing the tension to grow. The competing style is also not effective in this case because it creates more hostility between the brothers and fails to create any resolution or collaboration. 3. Justify what would have been the best conflict management style that could have been used to deal with the problem between Pramod and Vinod. 3. Best conflict management style. The best conflict management style for Pramod and Vinod would be collaboration. Collaboration involves both parties working together to find a mutually beneficial solution. In this case, the brothers should have sat down to discuss their differences openly, focusing on the needs of both departments and finding a middle ground that benefits the company as a whole. Example, if Vinod feels his department needs more staff, and Pramod believes his team will be needed later, they could have discussed how to reallocate staff temporarily, ensuring both departments are supported without compromising Pramod's department. Collaboration would also involve addressing the staff's concerns, ensuring they are adequately utilized and feel secure in their roles. Why it would work? By collaborating, both brothers could use their strengths, Vinod's assertiveness and people skills, and Pramod's technical expertise, to find a solution that benefits both their departments. This would create a sense of unity, reduce frustration, and improve their professional relationship, ultimately benefiting the entire business. In conclusion, Using a collaborative style would have been the most effective approach to resolve the conflict, allowing Pramod and Vinod to combine their different viewpoints and find a solution that worked for everyone.